Hello, everyone. Great to see you today. Welcome to another Refill with Pastor Mag. I'm Pastor Mag, and this is Refill. Now, it is a little foggy and snowy outside, so love to have that outside view. So we're just here and the multi-purpose room slash sanctuary slash fellowship hall slash everything here at Crossroads, looking out the windows, enjoying the snowy, foggy day a little bit. But today we are also in chapter 62, Psalm chapter 62. So let's go ahead and read and we'll dig into it. For God alone my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. How long will all of you attack a man to batter him like a leaning wall, a tottering fence? They only plan to thrust him down from his high position. They take pleasure in his falsehoods. They bless with their mouth, but inwardly they curse. For God alone, my soul, wait in silence, for my hope is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. My fortress shall not be shaken. On God rests my salvation and my glory. My mighty rock, my refuge is God. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Those of low estate are but a breath. Those of high estate are a delusion. In balances they go up. They are together lighter than a breath. Put no trust in extortion. Set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart on them. Once God has spoken, twice I have heard this, that power belongs to God. That you, O Lord, bring steadfast love, for you will render to a man according to his work. Now, there's something really cool here, and I think the end of this psalm really sums up a lot of the rest of it. First of all, it says at the end of 11 that power belongs to God. You know, a lot of times we are looking for power. We're looking for ways to control the world around us, that our lives work the way we want them to. Perfectionists, we like to get everything absolutely perfect. Why? Because we want to control the world around us. Closet perfectionists, you know, those of us that don't do anything unless we think we can succeed, we do the same thing. We say, oh, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. Why? Because we don't think we can succeed, and therefore we won't control the world as we want to see it. Even those who say, oh, I don't care about anything, I just relax and I'm not going to stress about anything, they too are controlling the world around them. It's just that they're controlling themselves so that they're not stressing out about the world around. We all have a tendency of controlling the world around us and desiring to have that control, whether internally or externally. In fact, in verse 10, the psalmist says, put no trust in extortion, set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart on them. Now, why would he bring this about? Because a lot of us try to use money, finances, wherever it may come, as a way to control the world around us. We are seeking to have the power rather than let God have the power. We are seeking to try to control the world around us through finances. If riches increase, set not your heart on them. The psalmist is not saying that money is evil. He's saying that riches are not where our heart should be set on. They're not where our source of power comes from. In fact, here in verse 2, he says, he only, talking about God, he only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. Right at the beginning, the psalmist is saying where that security comes from, where that authority comes from. Not from finances, not from controlling the world around us, but from the only one who truly has power, and that is God. He is my rock, my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. And then we go to the end. Why is it that God is our rock, our salvation, our fortress? Well, verse 11, once God has spoken, twice I have heard this, that power belongs to God. He is our fortress because he is where all power truly belongs. And then verse 12, and that you, O Lord, bring steadfast love, for you render to a man according to his work. Don't be fooled. We will be judged by God according to what we do. That's right. And it's a scary proposition. And that's why it's so beautiful that God sent his son Jesus to die on a cross for us, that if we believe in him, we can be with him forever. That Jesus would take our sin, our wrongdoing, our evil doing, and that we gain his righteousness. He is a substitute for the evil that we've done, and we gain his righteousness, all the good things that he has done. And so when we are judged before God, when a believer is judged before God, we are judged according to what Jesus has done, not what we have done. Now, I know there's some elements in there that we still are accountable for what we do. We don't just run off and do anything. We're accountable for what we do. And I think that's really important for us to remember and realize. God will render to a person what they deserve. Now, that may not happen here on earth. Let me just be honest. You may say, I deserve more. Well, honestly, according to Romans 6:23, we all earn death. The wages of sin is death. We all earn death. However, God does give to us in eternity what we deserve. And if that's Jesus, and Jesus, his righteousness, that's that. If it's not, it's that. So I encourage you today. Here, break it down. Here's what I encourage us to do today. Number one, let's look to see how we're trying to control the world around us. Are we allowing God to have the power? Are we resting in him and what he's doing? Or are we trying to control it under our own means? What we do, the monies that we have, the relationships that we have. Are we giving God the power that he deserves, or are we trying to take it for ourselves? And then secondly, let's live for God. Let's be living a life that would render good things. Pretty simple, okay? Let's make sure we keep God with the power, and let's be living for God. Now, that seems so basic, right? But how often do we actually continually go through that and remember that and give back to God what is his? Hey, I hope today was encouraging for you. I hope today gave you something to think about and to dig deeper. If you think I'm off on something, send me a message. I would love to chat with you on these things and interact. Also, we do meet every Sunday at 10:10 at Crossroads Church in Custer, South Dakota. We'd love for you to join us. Now, I know it's snowy out there and it's foggy and you're like, I'm not leaving the house. I get that. Summer's coming. Also, we do meet on YouTube at 10:10. We stream each of our services. We continually work on making them a better experience. We'd love for you to join us on 10:10 on YouTube. Just search Crossroads of Custer. Now, if this was encouraging for you today or was some thought-provoking, why don't you share it around? That way, more people can be thinking about it, can be encouraged about it, but also it helps to let the algorithm know that this is a good thing to be watching. Anyway, whether I see you here at Crossroads here in Custer, or whether I see you online, or whether I see you when Christ returns, I'll see you real soon.